Okay, now we're going to start. So, hello, how are you? I want to welcome you to our third session of English for Business. Today we're going to see the topic buying on AliExpress. This is part of unit number 3, e-commerce, and your teacher Liliana Quipuzco. So we're going to start. First, we're going to see the course considerations. First of all, you must speak English during the entire conference. If you're not able to speak in English during the entire conference, that's okay. You can write it on Spanish, but try as hard as you can is to try to write it in English. It would be best for you so you can practice. Second, you can ask questions during the course of the conference. So at the end of the session, we're going to make a pause and we're going to see all the questions that you have. Third, I will appreciate you sharing anecdotes, experiences, or maybe any kind of problems that are related to the subject, to today's subject, in order to help you. And fourth, finally, at the end of each session, we will have an exam with a multiple choice questions with four alternatives. For this, at the end of the session, I will give you a link on the chat so you will be able to log in and take the test and also give us some advice on how the class was. Remember that today's material, and the exam, you will be able to find it on your virtual classroom. Okay, so we're going to start. We said that today's session is session three, buying on AliExpress, right? So we're going to see how to buy on AliExpress. I want you to think. Have you ever heard about AliExpress or maybe Alibaba? Alibaba and AliExpress are from the same group. On one hand, there's Alibaba that you buy on bulk, that you can buy on large quantities, and on the other side, there's AliExpress. AliExpress is when we're going to buy for ourselves, small quantities, or maybe if we have a small store that we are not going to buy like containers or large lots. So we're going to buy just a couple of units of a product. So it is better to buy it on AliExpress. We're going to be able to find stores that sells by unit, and there's also a lot of designs and a lot of variety, like in Alibaba. Now, remember that there are two options on how to buy on AliExpress. First of all, we have the web page that you can see there, that it is www.aliexpress.com, this one, and the other one is an app. I'm gonna leave you the link here so you can log in on your cell phone and you can download the app. It works the same. Sometimes you are going to be able to find you're going to be able to find better discounts on the app, but at the end both have the same products. It's just that sometimes we will be able, like I told you, to find a best price if you buy it on the app. So it is always good to check it on the web page, and then you click on cart to put it on the cart, and then when you're going to be able to check out to go to pay, you can check it on the app. So maybe you can get uh, a better price with an extra discount because of if you buy it on the app via this part, right? Now we're going to see some points before we get to today's practice exam simulation in this case. So first of all, you're going to choose the product. So I'm guessing if you're going to buy for yourself, if you're going to buy for your store, you already have in mind what you want. Maybe you want shoes, maybe you want some mugs, some cups, maybe you want some, let's say, maybe some little jewelry, for example. So if you already have in mind something, for example, I want some jewelry, maybe some heart shaped jewelry, it's gonna be on my mind so I can log in and look at like heart-shaped jewelry. On the other hand, if I just know that I want jewelry, but I don't know which design, maybe I can log in into AliExpress and put like jewelry. And maybe if we're going to buy it for the summer, I can put summer jewelry. If I want an extra detail, maybe I can put 2019. Okay, so there are going to be a lot of words that we can add, that we can put on the search bar so we can find a better product for ourselves. First of all, you always have to have in your mind uh, which is the type of the product that you want, which quality are you expecting, and this is very important, the quality, because we always see like videos where people buy from AliExpress or other web pages and they get like really horrible products that are really low quality. So in order to check quality, we can see the real picture, not just the picture that the seller is putting on display, but also the picture that other buyers took and uploaded. So this is a good point of AliExpress. We're able to see real pictures from real buyers. And finally, the design. So you're going to, if you don't have a design and a specific design in your mind, that's okay. You're going to be able to find a lot of kind of products, designs. Like I told you, there's a lot of variety on the web page, on this web page. So you're going to be able to just decide on the go. After that, you're going to choose your potential suppliers. Now that you know which is the product that you're going to buy, you're going to start looking who sells what, or in this case, who sells what you want. In this case, you're going to choose. You can choose from 3 to 6. If you want more potential suppliers on your list, that's okay. You will put the top, how much a maximum um, amount of suppliers that maybe you will want. But the minimum that I would recommend to you is 3. At least get 3 potential suppliers. On this, you're going to choose the suppliers, these potential suppliers. You will have to consider the rating that they have. You're going to see little stars, that the more stars that the seller has, it means that he's a better seller. Also, you have to take in account, of course, the price. You're not going to buy from the expense for the most expensive product or the least expensive product. So you have to check which is better. You're going to check the pictures, the photographies in this case, like I told you, not just the pictures, the photographies that the seller uploads, but also what the other buyers upload on the feedback space. And or maybe other characteristics that you want from the supplier. Maybe if you just want a supplier from China, from in a specific country, you can take that in account. That is going to be up to you. Okay? As a step number 3, we have to choose a final supplier. In this case, you're going to have your list of potential suppliers. Let's say that we're going to have 3 potential suppliers, and from these 3, we're going to top what do we want the best. So, which is most important for us? Maybe in first place we have price, then we have delivery time, then we have rating, and finally we care about quality. So I'm going to put my 3 potential suppliers on a list, and I'm going to check who has a better price. Let's say supplier number A. Then we have who has a better delivery time, maybe supplier number 3. Who has a better rating, maybe supplier number A, and who has a best quality, supplier number 2. So in this case, supplier number A, the first one, is the one that has the best price and a better rating, right? So this will be the one that we will choose. So it's going to be up to us. So what we want, we're going to see, we're going to check all the characteristics from the suppliers, and we're going to choose who we want. Then we're going to make the payment. In this case, you can pay on AliExpress via Alipay. Alipay is I don't know if you ever heard about PayPal? I don't know if you ever heard about PayPal. PayPal is a mechanism, a web page where you can make your payments online in a secure way. In this case, AliExpress doesn't. AliExpress used to work with PayPal, but now they have their own mechanism of pay, of secure pay, and it is called Alipay because it is from the same group. Alibaba, AliExpress, and Alipay are from the same group, the same owner. So in this case, we're going to make the payment via Alipay. There are some other way of payments, like when we're going to see, we can check like Alipay, we can check wire transfer and Western Union. Those are the usually three ways of payment. But I would really recommend to you to buy via Alipay because it is the most secure. You will put your credit card or your debit card information. I have never had any kind of problems with putting on this because, like I told you, it is very secure. And also, if we have maybe some problems later, we're going to be able to to establish a dispute to ask for our money back. Maybe if we didn't get our price, not our price, but our product didn't get in time or didn't get at all to Peru, or maybe if our product uh, got to Peru but it was damaged, we're going to be able to make a dispute, and AliExpress is going to get involved and they're going to give us back our money. So it is better if we pay via Alipay because they are going to already have our credit card or debit card information and they are just going to put the money on the credit or debit card that we use. Okay? So remember, always pay via Alipay on AliExpress. This goes also for Alibaba. Then we're going to follow up. On the follow up, it means that we're going to check the warranty. So if we buy today and our product says that has a 60-day warranty, it means that 7 days before the warranty goes off, we have to ask for an extension of the warranty. So we have to keep checking and keep doing the follow-up, right? If we have a tracking number, it's going to be better because we're going to be able to track it via the Serpost app. I guess you know what Serpost is, right? Our national postal service. So we're going to be able to check it via Serpost with the Serpost app that we're going to see how to use this Serpost app later on other sessions. So we're going to be able to do the following up via the Serpost. Remember that it is better if you send the message to the supplier 7 days before the estimated time of arrival, the ETA, or it means 7 days before our warranty goes off. Okay, so it is better. So you let a couple of days to the supplier to write back to you. There's a point in here that you have to be extremely careful about. If you're, let me go back, and I want you to let me know if you understand this, okay? So after you make the payment, if you're buying for a store, it means that you already have a RUC or an ID tax in English, that is a RUC. In this case, you will be having, you can have a company's RUC, or maybe you can have a natural person RUC for a regular person. In this case, if you have a person RUC or un RUC de persona natural, you will be put under a special régimen especial. So in this case, after you make the payment, you're going to do your follow-up immediately, sending a message to your supplier, letting him know that you are the buyer put in your complete name and let him know that you are buying for reselling for your store. So in this case, you're going to let him know your ID tax or your RUC, okay? Tu RUC de persona natural o tu RUC de negocio. This because when they're going to do all the when they send the product, they will put your complete name. So once it gets here to Peru, Sunat is going to check it and it's going to put it immediately as an importa fácil. Okay, so remember, it is very important. After you make the payment, you immediately do a follow-up by sending a message letting your supplier know your ID tax o RUC en español, de persona natural o de persona jurídica, and your complete name. In this case, if it is for a person, your complete name, all your names and your last names, and if you are a company, your company's name. Okay. After that, after you do the follow-up, you are going to ask for an extended warranty, right? So in this case, we have two options. We can ask for a specific time. Let's say we can ask our supplier to give us maybe 30 days of extra warranty or maybe 60 days of extra warranty, and our supplier usually is going to let us write us back in 1 or 2 days. Remember that because of the time zones, maybe we will get an answer 1 or 2 days later, especially from China. Or we just can let him know that we want extension of the warranty and let him decide. Usually suppliers give you 30 to 60 days of extra warranty. There are some others that just give you like 7 days, 15 days. But let's also remember that when you don't have a tracking number, Serpos takes a little longer to give your product. So if you don't have a tracking number, it is better for you to ask your supplier to give you a 30 to 60 days extended warranty, extra warranty. Hello, how are you? After that, if you ask your extended warranty and the product didn't got here, or maybe you ask for an extension of the warranty but your supplier never answered back, you can start a dispute. This option, you're going to find it on the part where you are going to buy, and you can ask for a full refund or for a product return. Okay. In this case, if you ask for a full refund, you will ask for all the money that you paid to give it back to your credit or debit card. Or if you ask for a product return, it means that you will return the product to China or to where your supplier is. But in this case, I would recommend to you to return the product because you're going to pay for the shipping. So it is better to ask for a refund. If your product got really damaged here, you can ask for a refund, for a full refund. And if your product didn't got it all, you can ask for a refund, or maybe your supplier is going to write to you and say to you, hey, I don't want to give you a full refund, maybe I can send you another product. So you will get a couple of options to choose and you can work it out with your supplier. After that, if you are not okay with the solution that your supplier is giving you, you just put that you are not okay with that solution, and AliExpress is going to get involved in your dispute, and they will decide to give you whether to give you your money back or whether you have to wait longer. In this case, they usually give you a full refund of your money, and you will just have to wait and check it on your credit card or debit card resume. Okay, so you can log in into your app from your bank that you're working with, and you're going to see a plus, let's say plus $5 that from AliExpress or Alipay in this case, that will go up into your credit card or debit card. Remember, as a final suggestion, that if you do this and you get a full refund, and after 30 days you get your money back. I'm sorry, after let's say 30 days you get the product, but they already give you the refund. It is the most honest thing to write to our supplier and say, hello, how are you? Um, you give me a full refund, but after a couple of weeks I got the product, so I would like to pay for it. So maybe you can send me a link so I can do the payment via Alipay. Okay, so they're going to say, hey, thank you for being honest, I'm going to send you the link, or just click and buy another product, and I'm going to put it that it is going to be like you're paying for the one that you already got. Okay, so remember, if you got the product after you pay for it and after they give you a full refund, it is the good thing, the right thing, and the honest action to do, to write to your supplier and to let him know that you already got the product, even though you got a refund and that you would like to pay for it. Okay, so finally we're going to do a simulation. So we're going to click into AliExpress, and I'm going to share to you my screen. So Alair, I would like you to let me know if you can see my web page. Let me check. Okay, perfect. So we're seeing the web page. So we're going to put just aliexpress.com, and this is the main page of AliExpress. Okay. So if we are new to the web page and we do not have any kind of, let's say, account, we can create a new account. Okay, so we are just going to, oh, let me, okay, so now here we are. So we're going to put on join, we're going to click there, and we're going to register. In this case, we're going to put our email and our password. We're going to create password or for our email. We're going to click on create account, and they are going to send us to a new display, to a new page where we're going to put our main information. In this case, we're going to put our complete name and our address, and then we are going to we will find an email from AliExpress on our email, and we're just going to click it in order to activate our account, and we will be able to buy from it. I'm going to show you a simulation without joining and without signing in, so I can show you later how to put the address. Okay, so in this case we're going to search for, I was searching today for some bike accessories, so I'm going to put just some, we don't need to put in here on the space bar, like the search bar, we don't have to put all the complete name. We can just put like um, keywords. So in this case, I'm going to put bike. You know what it's a bike. We're going to put tire. You know what is a tire. And we're going to put cap. And we're going to click on search. So we're going to have these results. I don't know if you know what it is, what this is. Do you know? Do you know that bicycles have tires, right? So we're going to search for a bike picture. So I can, so this is a bike, right? So this is the tire. And you see here like a little, this one in here, I don't know if you can see, where you put the air so your tire gets air in. So this one, it has a cap, right? It is like a little black that you have to screw in. So this is a tire cap. So it, usually it is black, it's small, and it's just like a little cup without any kind of design. But there are some some tire cups that have designs. So for example, these ones. We can see some schools, we can see some smiley faces, we can see some dollar signs. So these are bike tire cups. So this is the product that I'm interested in. So we put the name, we put search, and we have all the products. Now we can sort. So in this case, we can sort by the best match, the quantity of orders, the newest products. Maybe if you're going to buy some like clothes and let's say jewelry, or maybe some shoes that are stuff that are products that are really like you have to buy what it is the trend right now. So you can put the newest. So you're going to have the newest products, the ones that are on trend. But for this case, we are not looking for trend. We are just looking for variety. So we can check for price from low to high or from best match. In this case, we're going to put it on best match. Okay, so we're going to have the most interesting products first. So we can see here some cups, and we can see here that they sell it by lot, so it is 4 pieces. We get 4 pieces. We get 4 pieces from here. In here they say about piece, and we can see here the rating that I told you. 5 stars, 5 stars. He just has like 286 orders, and he has like 54 people that give a feedback. So we can see here that this seller has more feedback and more orders against these ones, right? And this one has a better price, so I think this one is better. We have this one who has more orders, more feedback, but it's a little expensive. You see here, it is $1. So we can start checking, and we can pick the one that we like. Look, in here we have another one that has just 1 feedback and 2 little orders, so maybe we don't want this. So from the ones that we are seeing, we can quickly find that this is one of the best sellers because of the price, because of the rating, the feedback, and also the quantity of orders. But what about the design? So in this case, I really want a really girly design, a really unique design. So maybe I don't like this design. I like this design. So it's going to be very important what is most which is your priority. In this case, the price, it is a priority, yes, the rating too, but for me the most important is design. So against these two ones, this one is the one that I like, so I'm going to check on it. You see how I quickly made like a list of potential suppliers just by looking at them on the same web page. You can do this once you have like a little more experience, but if you are not and you get really complicated, that's okay. You can just like put click on each one and then make a list, like a proper list, like writing on a piece of paper and just putting what writing on them what are your priorities, and giving them some let's say some like qualifying them, like giving 1 or 2 or 3. In this case, we're going to be able to do a simulation of picking a supplier, a best supplier, by using a really simple equation, but we're going to do that on later sessions. Okay, so I'm just um, teaching you in this case, letting you know how to check it like really fast so we can move on. So finally, I decide that this is the one that I really like, so I'm going to check it. I'm going to click on it. And now we are on the web page of the Pro. So we see this is the product description, and we have this price. It says that maybe we can click on our app to get a better price. In here you can see that there's a QR code. Maybe if you had a QR reading scanner on your cell phone, you can scan this QR and you can immediately go into the product on your app. But if you don't have, that's okay, we can just check it in here on the web page. And now we see the colors, so we can check which design we would like. So in this case, we have like golden, silver, golden. We have a lot of designs in a lot of colors. We have some snakes, we have smiley faces, we have some eyes, really weird ones. We have some dollar signs, we have eight balls. So in this case, I'm going to check that one because that's the one that I really like. So we're then gonna go to our shipping. So in this case, in here, you can see that it says that ship to Peru, and it is going to be in dollars. If I don't want in dollars and I want in Peruvian soles, I can put PEN, Peruvian Nuevo Sol, and just click and save. And it's going to refresh the web page, and we're going to be able to see it in Peruvian Nuevo Soles. So in this case, it says that the lot, in this case, a lot is 4 pieces. So we're going to have 4 of these ones. It is $1.23, so approximately 4 soles and 11 cents. Approximately. Remember that this is approximately because um, the final exchange rate is going to be given by your bank, by the bank that you use. So it is 0.44 cents via China Post Ordinary Small Packet Plus, but we can check for another one. We just click there and we can see here that with this we don't have tracking information. With this one we don't have track information. So maybe we don't have track information with any of this. If we really want track information, so this is in order to track it via the SetPost app, we can just go back to our main webpage and look for another supplier. But since this is for me, it's a product for myself and not for selling, so I don't mind waiting like 60 days, waiting until SetPost gets my product to my house. That's okay. I'm going to buy with the cheapest shipping. Then we're going to put the quantity. How many lots do I want? I just want one lot, so I'm going to just put it there. And then they're going to give me a total price that it is $1.67, that it is approximately 5 soles 59 cents. Approximately, because remember the final exchange rate is going to be given by your bank. Then I'm able to put add to cart or buy now. If I put add to cart, it means that it's going to get in here on our personal cart, so I can continue buying some other stuff. If it is going to be the only product that I'm going to buy and I'm not going to keep looking on the web page, I just can put buy now. Then we're going to be able to get some coupons. In this case, if you are new to if you get a new account, you can get a new coupon. If you are a regular, if you have already bought from AliExpress, uh, you are not going to be able to get a coupon. And you have also some seller coupons. In this case, it means that if you spend $450, if you buy from $415 from this seller, you're going to get a $20 off. So that's a lot, right? So we can check, maybe we have, if we buy $55 from this seller, we're going to get $2 off. So maybe these ones, as you can see, are from people that are going to buy bigger lots, in this case, that are going to buy for reselling. But since this is just a regular buy for myself, I don't need a coupon because I'm not going to buy that much of the product. Then we can check the return policy, that returns are accepted if they are not described, but you as a buyer have to pay the return shipping fee. So remember that it's always better to ask for a refund. The delivery is 60 days, but remember that this delivery, it doesn't mean it's going to be 60 days, it's going to be up to suppose how much time they take. And these are the payments. You can pay with Visa, MasterCard, Maestro, American Express, Western Union, bank transfer. But like I told you, it's better if you pay with Maestro, MasterCard, Visa, or American Express via the Alipay. Okay? And in here it describes your buyer protection. You're going to have the pro details in here. So this is very important if you're buying, especially if you want to check the size, the weight, the pro, the material. But if you're going to buy clothes, it is better to look in here because it is very important to see the chart size. So an S, an M, or an L, how much inches or centimeters they have for each part of the body. And also, if you're going to buy shoes, it is very important to check the chart size in this product description. And the other one that is really important, it is the feedback. In this case, 88% says it applies to a 5-star feedback. And we can see some people that are from other countries, right? And they upload some pictures. So look, this is one buyer that put that it is a good product, and he put regular a real picture. So we can see here the 8 ball, and in here we can see how it looks like. So it is pretty similar. Maybe the 8 looks a little thinner, but if we don't mind, that's okay. In here is another one. So if we are able to find, here's another one. If we are able to find a picture for the product, the specific design that we want, that would be great. If we don't find it, but we already see that the pictures that they put are good, that's okay, we can buy it, especially if we're going to buy for ourselves. Remember that if you're going to buy for reselling, it is better that you make sure that you get more confident by looking for a real picture of the specific design that you want. Okay, but since this is for a regular, for a personal buy, for a personal purchase, that's okay. So we see that he has a lot of good reviews, so we can go and we're going to do a simulation, but putting buying now. So now in this case we're going to put our email address. I'm going to put you some letters so we can see. So this is going to be my imaginary email. We're going to put our contact name. We're going to put comments. We're going to put our country. That is going to be Peru. We're going to put our street. That is going to be Camex Avenue. Let's say 254. We're going to put the city, that is going to be Lima. We're going to put the city, that is, oh, let's see. Let me check why we don't have in here Peru, and we're going to choose the city. We should be able to put in here Lima. I don't know what is not. Okay, so Lima. Lima. We're going to put other, but it is usually once you put Peru in here, you get the city and the states in here, so we're just going to put it there like other as an example. Then we're going to put this postal or zip code. In this case, you're going to be able to find your postal code on this web page. You're going to put Podio Postal. You're going to check in here, codiopostal.gov.p. You're going to check in console. And you're going to get this information. I'm going to put Lima, Lima, Lima. Okay, so this is our information. Let's say there's an urbanization that is called Helio. So we're going to put this as an example. And in here is Helio urbanization. So our postal code it is 15081. You can put in here your address and you will get your postal code. So this is a really fast example. We're going to put our zip code and then we're going to put our phone number. In this case, plus 51, the code for Peru, and then we're going to put our fictitious phone number. After we put this, we're going to put save and ship to this address. So this is where it's going to get shipped to. Remember that it's going to get first to our Surplus station, and after that they are going to contact us to go pick it up, or they are going to send the mailman to our house to give us the product. Okay. For example, where I live is in Los Olivos with San Martin de Porres. So in this case, my Surplus agency is on San Martin de Porres, the one that is next to the San Martin de Porres City Hall. So in Panamericana Avenue, Panamericana Norte Avenue. So in this case, that will be mine. Depending on where you are, you will get your Surplus office. So now we have this information. So this is my shipping information. This is the review of my product. I can leave maybe a message here. I choose the 8 ball at the end, remember? So we have the final product, 1.009 for the product and 0.44 for the shipping with a total of 1.53. And now finally we have the payment method. So in this case, we're going to pay via Alipay. So we just get in here, we just check it there. We're going to put our card number. Remember to always get your card number on hand. Remember, never give your card information to another person or send a picture with your card information. It is really important for you not to do that, because with just a picture of your credit card, people can buy from internet. So just be careful with that. You're going to put, in this case it's invalid because it is not a real card information. You're going to put the month of your expiration date and your year, that is, you're going to check it, and you're going to put the security code. This is the code that usually goes in the back. It usually has 4 or 3 numbers. Usually it's on the back of your credit card, but if you have it on, if you have an American Express, it is going to be on the other side where your credit card number is, and below there's your name. Your name and the credit card number is on the left side, and on the right side you're going to find your security code that they usually have like 4 numbers, I think, if I'm not wrong. Also 3 to 4 numbers. So in other credit cards, you're going to find it on the back. Like in here, you can see in a red spot. And then you're going to put the card holder name. So in this case, you're going to put your name. We say that it is comics. So we just put comics. We can put save this card and not, or just not save it and check it. And then we're going to put done. So in this case, I'm not going to put done because it's in my simulation. But once you put done, they are going to send you to another page that is going to say that your product is already processed and that the seller is going to be packing your product and send it through. Once you do that, you just have to wait. If you're buying for yourself, you just have to wait until your product gets here. Remember again that if you let me go back to the session. Remember that after you do this, you just have to wait and follow up. In this case, if you're buying for yourself, just follow up until 7 days before the estimated time of arrival to ask for an extension of the warranty or start a dispute. Remember, and if you are doing for buying for reselling, immediately after you buy, send a message to the supplier. You're going to find on your history order to message the supplier, and you can put in there that you are buying this for your company or for you for reselling, and that you will really appreciate they using your name and your ID tags. Okay. Also, if you just put like buy now, remember that on the back they give you can send a message to the seller. You can put that information there. Finally, remember that always 7 days before the estimated time of arrival um, gets, you can ask for an extension of the warranty. And if you don't get the warranty extended, you can start a dispute and ask for your money back. Okay? That will be a really fast simulation of buying on AliExpress for you to just have a little more knowledge. First of all, if you have never ever buy from AliExpress, I would recommend to you to try a couple of personal buys, purchases for you, and then you can go on and buy for your for reselling or for your company, so you can get a little more familiar with the app or the web page. Remember that you can always download the app. It is really it is a really nice app. It is really fast to understand, and they have better prices on the app. And you can check the pictures and everything really fast. So it is really gentle with for a personal use. So finally, let's remember to the most important things of today is to pay always via Alipay, putting our credit and debit card, choosing a good supplier, and finally always check with the extension of the warranty to ask for an extension of warranty and start a dispute if we don't get the extension, and finally ask and check for the refund of the money on our credit card or debit card. Okay, so that would be all for today. We just have the references from the webpage because we all the information that I gave to you on this session was especially from the webpage. There was no other information. And finally, I would like to thank you for your attention. I'm going to leave you on the chat in here the exam, the link for the exam and the questions that we have for you, so you can let us know how today's session was. Remember that you're going to be able to find all the material, the video, and also the link for the exam on your virtual classroom. And again, once again, thank you for your attention. Remember that today was session 3, buying on AliExpress, and your teacher Liliana Quipuzco. And I hope that you'll learn a little bit more today. And I hope to see you next week, okay? Thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.